morning, dear hearts. We are on lesson 102, and please subscribe. I share God's will for happiness for me. And of course, our previous lessons and some to come now, we're all dealing with our happiness. Now, this lesson begins with, you do not want to suffer. And I don't think there's anyone who would disagree with that statement. We don't. We don't want to suffer, but somewhere we picked up the belief that pain was a requirement and we must suffer in order to get to salvation. And of course, I'm pretty sure the ego is the one that has put forth this rumor, and we bought into it. And we've kept it for way, way too long. And we know that the only reason we keep hold of anything that truly is purposeless, as pain is because there's a belief that somewhere down the line, this is going to come in handy. Well, I'm here to tell you, and this lesson is here to tell you, it isn't. It's not necessary. In this world, we believe of the hero's journey and the dark night of the soul. And both of those ideas, those myths, are filled with the idea of the hero going through a phase of suffering and pain in order to reach the pinnacle of his journey, to reach that bright spot, to reach that hero's welcome, to have accomplished something. But we are being told that pain is purposeless, without a cause, and with no power to accomplish anything. We simply don't need it. So our lesson is telling us, be free today to join the happy will of God. Be you free. The Holy Spirit and God is telling us, we're removing the dark and the hidden places in your mind that you have kept hold of fear and kept hold of pain. It isn't needed. It's as simple as that. Now, for the next few days, it says we'll continue to devote our periods of practicing to exercises planned to help you reach the happiness God's will has placed in you. Our happiness is already within us. Our accomplishments have been completed. All we need to do is recognize them. So this lesson says, here is your, and I'm just going to list them, home, safety, peace, no fear, salvation, and here is rest at last. All of these things we receive when we realize that I share God's will for happiness for me. The practicing, we're still at the 5 minutes, beginning of every hour. The phrases were given, the sentences were given to use to go into practice. I share God's will for happiness for me, and I accept it as my function now. This is really a reworking, if you remember, of lesson 66 of happiness and my function are one. Again, the course is very repetitive. It's going to come back to us. Happiness and my function are one. I share God's will for happiness for me. This is where I am meant to be, and I seek this function that's deep within my mind. It's already there. It says, be happy, for your only function here is happiness. So we do not want pain. And later on, we're given this syllogism. It's in lesson 190 that, and it's in the lesson, I choose the joy of God instead of pain. But we're given the syllogism that if pain is real, there is no God. If God is real, there is no pain. So which am I believing today? I will believe that God is real, and so there is no pain. I do not want to suffer. I cannot suffer unless I am picking that ego thought up, holding on to it, and refusing to give it to the Holy Spirit for total and complete correction. I'm giving it up. I'm choosing and realizing that I do indeed share God's will for happiness for me. Um, and that's it. That's it for today. It's another happy lesson. Tomorrow is also about happiness. There is no pain because there is a God. Please like, please share, please subscribe, please comment, and we continue to pray for peace, and that's for everyone, not just for a part of this world, but for the entire world, because there is no pain. Namaste.